We are live. Yes, it says we're live. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I know I look rough. Listen, I told Blade today, I was like, boss, I just got back home. I just got back in town. I need to come holler at you. I look like, a wildebeest. But you guys said that you guys like these intimate moments. You guys said that you like these intimate moments. You guys like these lifestyle blogs, so I'm just talking slick and swallowing spit. And if you're watching this for the first time and you don't know who I am, my name is E.DeanCole, and I know I don't look like it, but I'm the CEO of DeanCole Coaching, DeanCole Financial. We're a consulting firm. We specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. And if you're watching this for the first time, this is a lifestyle vlog. And I am back home in the Dominican Republic from a vacation to the United States of America. What's going on? Who's all in the building? Let's see. We got 72 people just jumped in just that quick. All you guys hit that like button, hit that share button right now. Tell me who is in the building. What's going on? What is that? That's 203. What's up? 203 is in the building. What's going on, man? How you feeling today? 203 is in the building. We got Queen Rashid is in the building. Greetings, Queen. How are you doing? Queen Rashid says, greetings, King. How are you doing? Queen Rashid. It's very interesting that the first person would comment was a guy, second person comment was a girl, because I was actually thinking about in the direction I want my content to go in. Majority of the people, my number one demographic is actually maybe 25% more men than women. And so women either love me or hate me. Well, I'm a polarizing figure either way it goes. Men either love me or hate me too. But women more so, they either love me or they hate me. It's very polarizing. Most of the time with men, I can grow on men. Some men, they are skeptical of me, and then they end up liking me later because they understand that real recognize is real. But for women, they either love me or hate me. I don't think I've ever had a woman to say that I grew to like you or respect you later. I think it's always been, I don't like you. I don't like Dean. They'll say it's something about him. It's because I'm a king, baby. And you used to dealing with these jokers, and you used to dealing with these cockos, and they running around being henpecked. You ain't used to dealing with no alpha male. That's how it is most of the time. So I'm curious. I'm curious to know that, ladies. Why, if you're watching me and you're a lady, why do you follow me? And if you're a guy and you're watching me, I know you guys, because I have a lot of one-on-one coaching and consulting, and a lot of it are men. I get a good amount that are women too, but most of them are men, and they look at my lifestyle for mentorship, and they look at my lifestyle for motivation to see that it's possible. But I just started rambling off the top of my head, guys. Let me see if I can turn this thing around. I should be able to. Yep. So y'all can see I got the windows open. It is storming here in the Dominican Republic. Y'all see the palm trees? Y'all smell the ocean? Can you smell the ocean? Can you see the ocean? Well, you can see the ocean, but can you smell the ocean? Can you hear the waves rocking and reeling? I got the windows open. I got the windows open. And I'm laying in my bed, relaxing. My back is on fire. Oh my gosh, my back is on fire. And I'm just tranquilo. So I just got in today from traveling back from the U.S. So let's go ahead and look and see what some of these comments say. What's going on? What's going on? Let's see who's all in the building. Hello from Phoenix. We got Zeus is watching from Phoenix. Hey, Zeus, how are you doing today? Okay, wow. I missed out on a lot of comments running my mouth. We got Fatima is in the building. Hey, Fatima, how are you doing? Dean, can I get to your group chat? Hard time struggles. I mean, it's like you're either like if you're in the travel community, you're in the travel community. But we just don't let anybody in. Just being honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might do something where I could let more people in if they prove that they have their passport and they prove that they're travelers. But unfortunately, already in the community, we deal with a lot of people that are looky-loos and a lot of lurkers and people. Oh my gosh, so many people that be hating and they be dry snitching and telling chicks different things and telling dudes different things. So no disrespect, I don't know you, So I just can't let you. We just don't let anybody in. I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. I don't want to lie to you. We got Fatima. Yeah, Fatima is from watching from LA. Latasha is watching from Troy. How are you doing today? My baby is doing so good. Love, thanks so much for asking. She is growing up so much. She's so precious. If you follow me on Facebook, I just shared some pictures of my beautiful, precious daughter. Thanks so much for asking. Love, new 42. Yo is in the building. What's going on, Lorenzo? How are you doing? Atlanta's in the building. David Boss is in the building. Hey, David, how are you doing? We got Chocolate Bunny. What's going on, Dean? Chocolate Bunny, how are you doing? Chocolate Bunny is a client of mine. I think she does hair. That's what Chocolate Bunny, if it reminds me. I think she's from Philadelphia, if memory serves me correct. So William says, I try to be like you, go on vacation, but I can't work too much. Absolutely. Greetings as well. Let's see. Zeus said hello from Phoenix. You love me, Queen Rashid. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you love me, Queen Rashid. We got Roll the Tape is in the building. What's going on, Roll the Tape? You are the real one, bro. Thanks so much for that, Roll the Tape. I really appreciate that, Roll the Tape. So you guys go subscribe to Roll the Tape YouTube channel. If you guys, man, I think sometimes he lets people into his travel community. Not his travel community, but sometimes his group chat. But we already got, see, matter of fact, Roll the Tape, let's talk about it, man. We have to, I think we should be more selective, man, with who we just let in the group, man. Like, we just can't, just because somebody want to be in our WhatsApp group, they want to be in our travel group, we don't know what, we don't know what kind of, like a whole situation with this worldwide dude, with the worldwide dude. Prime example. Just because you're a traveler don't mean that you cool. No disrespect to anybody. You know what I'm saying? But like, we just can't be letting people in just because they're a black man and they want to travel. What you traveling for? And you know what I'm saying? Like, you going to be catching feelings and you going to be, you know what I'm saying? Listen, it's so much drama in the LBC. It's so hard being Snoop D-O Double G. Y'all don't know nothing about that. But man, it's so much drama in the LBC. It's kind of hard being Snoop D-O Double G. But nah, that's it's so much drama in the travel community when it comes to some men falling in love with women that are they not for you, they for everybody. There's some women that's for you. And then there's some women that's for everybody. You need to understand and you need to know. And listen, I don't care what you do. I don't care how much you give. Unless you live in here full time, unless she is sitting right there. You know what I'm saying? There is no way, when it comes to this travel game, man, there's no way you can guarantee that you can turn a hoe from a housewife. I'm just trying to tell you that right now off the back. I have a female friend of mine, and she's a female friend of mine. She literally just got, this dude just bought her a car. Literally. And she's like, Dean, I want to come see you. I'm like, didn't you just go on vacation with this guy and he just bought you a car? But he lives in San Francisco. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know who he is. You dig what I'm saying? But I am friends with the female because, you know what I'm saying, she's a very popular female, very drop dead gorgeous. And she's my friend. She helps me in my Spanish. And she's my friend. You dig what I'm saying? Ella es mi hermana. Ella es mi, not my sister, but ella es mi amiga. She is my sister. But I said all of that to say this. You can't trust it. And I was like, didn't you just go on vacation? Like, didn't he just buy you a car? I'm thinking, you're not going to kick it on that level no more. After this just happened. And she's like, yeah, but such and such and such and such. You know what I'm saying? I miss you. I want to see you, this, other, third. Literally, because I been traveling and on my WhatsApp I put down that I'm home and my WhatsApp stories, and I vlog. I do a lot of in the moment live stories on my WhatsApp. So that's why she ended up hitting me up, because I touched down. So I literally just touched down today. My mouth is going a mile a minute. I hadn't read none of these comments and none of these questions. I'm gonna get into all of this, but roll the tape. Roll the tape. Tell me what you think, man. Maybe it's the pheromones. Listen, and that's the thing. It's the pheromones, baby boy. It's the pheromones. Hey, roll the tape. And that's the thing. They don't even know about the pheromones because you got to be in the community to know. It's be the pheromones, baby. Hey, listen, I'm telling you, it be the pheromones, boy. Why you so stupid? Richie, you dumb. Why you dumb as hell? Richie, you so stupid. Richie, dumb as hell. Oh, man. But back to what I was saying, though. So it's like, It's like it already exists. Like if you are in the travel community, you will find your way to our private. Like okay, for prime example, I added two new guys into my private WhatsApp group into the expat lifestyle because I met them living the expat lifestyle. I met them on the plane. They walked up to me. They was like, "Hey, Dino, I love what you're doing, this and the third." And then I'm getting to talking to them, and I see that they're in the community already. They're not somebody on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the guy that we added today, he's 50 years old, and he is divorced. Oh my gosh, the video that went viral today in the travel community was I want to do a video, roll the tape. The video where homeboy gave old girl the paternity papers. You know what I'm talking about? Let's do a temperature check. If you guys are in the travel community right now and in the group chats, y'all saw where homeboy gave old girl the surprise paternity papers. If you saw it, I want you to say saw it. If you saw it. If you saw it, I want you to say saw it. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to say saw it. I want to do a full-fledged production video like I normally do, suited and booted, crisp, clean, on that. And I'm going to take that. I got to save that so I can use that to teach. Who said that? Okay, let's see who all in the travel community in here who saw it. Okay, so Van said that he saw it. Florida boy, what's up, Gator? Florida boy 1000 said that he saw it. It's not a page, Tracy. It's a group. It's a lifestyle, Tracy. Marshall Gaines said that he saw it. Mr. Anderson said that he saw it. Sapo Eric said that he saw it. Nairobi Holmes said that I saw it. Black Panther said that I saw it. See, all of these guys that are in my travel community, they're in my groups, they're in the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? They're already in the lifestyle. So listen, it went viral in the community today. It was one of the best real life. Today is, what's today? I've been traveling so much, I don't even know what today is. Today is what? Today is Thursday? Wednesday. By this weekend, I need to save that video. And by this weekend, I'm going to do a full-fledged reaction, teaching it, and I'm going to use it to talk about the importance of protecting yourself against paternity, fraud, and child support. Like somebody, it's very important. There is a group of women that will prey on the successful, handsome, educated, kind-hearted gentleman. And they will want to get pregnant. And she would say, "Oh, you're such a great father." Of course he's a great father because he got character. You know what I'm saying? He got home trainer. But it wasn't his baby. I'm going to do a whole video breaking it down. So if you're watching this video, I don't even know what the day of the week is. What's the day of the week? Y'all tell me what the day is. You said that you saw it. You thought it was a skit? Nah, I thought it was Donnie's World. It was real, boss. You caught the COVID. Roll the tape, you did? Man, listen, man. That's because you in Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all out there acting crazy and acting dumb in Atlanta. The strip clubs is open. Y'all going to magic cities and stuff. That's what's wrong with y'all. You got to be careful, roll the tape. Richie Rich. But nah, that wasn't a skip. That was a... Apex Traveler, you are woke. That's what I'm talking about. Tracy Morgan got a divorce too, Dean. The COVID is destroying marriage. No, the COVID is not destroying marriages. People are destroying marriages. If you are with somebody and you can't be around them for long periods of time, you should have never been with them in the first place. And that's why I don't settle. That's why I'm so picky. That's why I had a hellacious, horrible marriage. So why would I be with somebody else just so I could get some twat? Just so that I can get a tingle, I can scratch my itch. Like, why would I do that? There was a point in time where I was gonna settle for less, but why? That's why a lot of women don't like me, because I'm very much so an alpha male. Like, I don't have to put up with no BS. I will not put up with no BS. I'm not gonna kiss your butt. Either you're gonna get right or you're gonna get left. And that's how men need to be. And I teach that is pure positive masculinity. And there's this toxic femininity that's going on, and they want to teach this toxic femininity where men are supposed to be lesser than a woman, and that's not the case. The same way, if I don't do right as a man, I get kicked to the left. If you don't do right as a woman, you need to get kicked to the left. Plain and simple. What happens is that there's such this high strict standard for men and this very low bar for women. And they blame a lot of it on their hormones, and they blame a lot of it on that time of the month. No, you just don't have no home training, and you're nasty, and you have a nasty attitude, and you've gotten along in life because you're pretty. But after you turn 23, your looks go down, and every single month after you turn 23, you become lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser appealing, and lesser and lesser and lesser attractive, and you become lesser and lesser and lesser a priority in a man's life. It's 100% honest. Men, on the other way around, is different because we become more valuable, because our wisdom becomes a lot more, our influence becomes a lot more, our finances become a lot more. So, you know, and they don't like me. Oh my gosh, this one chick had the nerve on social media. I was at my mama's house this weekend, and she said, you have psychological issues. And I said, I got psychological issues, but you in my inbox asking me to mentor your misguided, undecided son. If you didn't run his daddy off 19 years ago, he could mentor him, but yet you ask me to mentor him, but yet you say that I have mental issues because I talk so boldly and so unapologetic about a man being a man. You dig what I'm saying? And so it was, I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but that's some stuff going. See, Facebook, it be going down on Facebook, guys. We got 75 people watching and only 21 thumbs up. All 75 of y'all hit the thumbs up button. What's going on? Still hogging? Ghost is in the building. What's going on, man? No, it sounds like the MGTOW philosophy. No, I don't believe in going my own way. I still believe in marriage. I believe that you get married to the right type of person. I believe in being equally yoked. I don't believe that you should be with a woman. Like the Bible says that, you know, that the woman is a weaker vessel, meaning that she is dainty and she is fragile. I agree with that. But I don't believe in, like, I still believe in marriage. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't believe in men. MGTOW, from what I understand, means men going their own way. So I don't know all that. You know what? It could be MGTOW, and I don't know because I don't study it. You dig what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Like I have not invested any thought into it. I just know as a mentor and as a life coach, I teach men to have self-respect for themselves. I teach men to be the man and be the God that they are and don't settle for less. So I don't know that, I mean, if that's MGTOW, that means that they're coming from old spiritual philosophies, which is the way it's supposed to be from the beginning of time. You dig what I'm saying? But no, see, somebody says y'all MGTOW. I'm not a MGTOW. See how people say y'all MGTOW too much? I'm not a MGTOW. I'm not a MGTOW. I wish I had a fire antenna thing with me right now. Listen, so let me tell y'all what happened, right? So like I said, for y'all are just coming in here, let me show y'all. It is a storm brewing here in the Dominican Republic. Y'all see this? I got the doors open. Y'all see the palm trees and the seas raging? Y'all see it? Can you smell the sea air? Can you smell the sea air? I don't know if you can smell the sea air or not. But nevertheless, I'm all over the place because I done took two, because my back was hurting. That's why I'm laying down like this. I done took two acetaminophen. You know, over here in the Dominican Republic, they give you that real stuff. So I done took two acetaminophen, and it feels good to be home, and my back is starting to loosen up. So I done took two acetaminophen. But nevertheless, my plans changed. So originally, I had a female friend that was going to come pick me up from the airport. And all of you guys in the travel community, y'all saw the text. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all saw, she was like, Poppy, I'll come and pick you up. She was going to give me a massage because my back was hurt, and we was going to chill. We was going to have a good time because the curfew here, because after 7 o'clock, we can't be outside. And so that ended up having to change at the last minute. And then another female friend was like, okay, you know, I want to come and see you, but the storm, it's a storm out on the ocean. They got scared. So I'm like, okay, let me just spend some alone time, which is fine. I have no problem with spending alone time, and talk to you guys and talk about this, which brings me back to what I originally said when I first went live, when the first comment was a guy, the second comment was a woman. Normally, I wouldn't talk about my dating life and talk about living this expat lifestyle from the single man's perspective, because it'll isolate women and make them feel some type of way. Like a lot of women say, Dean, I want to join your groups. Dean, I want to join your groups. And unfortunately, our groups are very much so like a boys' club in our private chat. But there have been some women to infiltrate a couple of group chats. You dig what I'm saying? There have been some lurking, and you know, we've had a lot of drama, like people sending pictures to chicks that they like, and a whole bunch of drama. Like I said, there's so much drama in the LBC. It's kind of hard being Snoop D-O double G. Like so much drama when it comes to men acting like they're really a part of this travel lifestyle, or they end up, and sometimes it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a double-edged sword, because if you are courting a woman internationally and you think that she is for you, you're gonna wanna know. But at the same time, when we tell you the truth and when you find out the truth, you can't get mad at us and mess up what you gotta deal with the woman. Like the video that I talked about that went viral, that I'm gonna end up doing a whole reaction on, probably by Sunday. I got a lot of stuff I gotta catch up on. You dig what I'm saying? Let's see, what are we talking about? What's up, E.DeanCole? What's going on, Walter? What's going on, Walter? Thank goodness you are female. I apologize. Those guys get under my skin. Okay, Chocolate Bunny. See, like for instance, like I said, I remember Chocolate Bunny is a female client of mine. She reminds me of a dark-skinned Meg Thee Stallion. Before Meg Thee Stallion ever got started, that's my idea of Chocolate. Now, Chocolate Bunny is a client of mine that has paid me for coaching and consulting. So that's the reason why some things I don't talk about and some things I don't put on my platform, because unlike other travel YouTubers that all they do, they work a regular, and this is no disrespect. Listen, I'm not throwing shade. I'm not reading. I'm not joning. I'm just speaking truth to power. So if you guys understand what I'm saying, I want you to say, get it, okay? If you get this, I want you to say, I get this. I'm not throwing shots of shade at nobody else. Most of the guys that are in the quote unquote, I don't even consider myself a travel YouTuber or a part of the travel community. I just happen to live in the same places that they do, and I am a part of that lifestyle. Like I remember that was one of the first things, like when I first met Richie Rich and rolled the tape before his channel was, when his channel was Richie Rich, when I met Richie Rich, I had already had 27,000 YouTube subscribers. But Richie Rich is a great travel YouTuber. You have a lot of these guys that are great travel YouTubers, like Russell Taylor and Norbis, who I recently met, her fine self, and no disrespect to her husband. And she has a brother, as a black dude as a husband, and I didn't know. Everybody thought that she had a Caucasian husband, but her husband was black, and he's a follower of mine, and he actually pointed me out. And Norbis came over to me, and we took a picture together and everything. Because her husband is a follower of mine, is a follower of mine. So Norbis, Russell, Greg, Mr. Flip Flop, you have a lot of these guys that are in the YouTube travel community, and they have, like Greg Flip Flop, he is starting his consulting business because I've been telling him to do so, but his primary source of income is his shops, is his restaurant. You dig what I'm saying? So people come to his restaurant to eat. It's different. Like Richie Rich, I don't even know what Richie Rich does for a living. I know that he does have a regular 9 to 5. Like Russell Taylor, he's retired. Like what's the other dude? The dude with the dreads, the dude that's from Haiti, that's stuck in Colombia right now. What's his name? Has really cool content. He actually took over the wave where Worldwide left off, and y'all know who Worldwide is. Y'all know who he is. People that like trolls and all the other stuff, like the secretary of the Dominican Republic, I don't say the fake politician and such Worldwide. I don't say their names to give them clout off of my channel. I don't do those things. So y'all know who I'm talking about. But no, the other dude, what's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The dude that had the 2 Venezuelan chicks that was cooking for him. What's his name? Y'all know his name. He has a great YouTube channel. He picked up where Worldwide left off because his steam was so strong and heavy, and his channel has grown by leaps and bounds. What is his name? What is his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Tell me his name, guys. He has dreads. What is his name? Ace, yeah, Ace is live. Thank you, Ace is live. So guys like Ace is live, they travel and they do YouTube full time. Me, I have been a CEO from day one, and I have promoted and pushed my consulting and my courses and me teaching and me being a mentor from day one on YouTube. That's what got me to grow. And now that I've decided to be an expat full time, it's kind of a double-edged sword. So sometimes the content is kind of counterproductive to others. So I'm not saying this to throw shade at anybody. I'm not saying this to quote unquote read or throw shade, or I'm not throwing salt on nobody's name. I'm saying for me, I make 100 times more money as a CEO doing my content on business coaching, business credit, and life coaching that I do on AdSense and views and clicks on YouTube. If you guys get it, I want you to say get it, okay? If you get it, I want you to say get it. If you think that I'm being shady, I want you to say, Dean, you being shady. And we can talk about it. Let's have an open conversation. You guys say y'all like this live content. We got 95 people watching live, man. All 95 of y'all hit that like button, man. Hit the share button, man. Let folks know y'all hit that like button and share button. All right, Apex Traveler says get it. All right, Miss Curvy Fit. Prime example. Ace, prime example. Apex Traveler is in my travel community. A male. First person says get it. Second person is a client of mine that pays me money. Female, which is Miss Kirby Fit, says get it. You guys see what I'm saying? So Lucy T.O. says get it. So that's what keeps me I don't want to be too at the same time don't want to isolate some of my clientele. You guys understand where I'm coming from? Renee Spence, prime example. Renee Spence says get it. Renee Spence has been a client of mine. We have gotten, as a consulting firm, we have gotten Renee Spence well over $120,000 in funding. And Renee Spence has paid us well over $5,000 to help her get that. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want to make content that isolates a demographic, and I don't want to make content that makes people feel uncomfortable, and I don't want to create content, but at the same time, it's so much fun. And that's the content that is so fun. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like to go live, because I like to share. Maybe I should do Patreon. Maybe if I want to get into to talk like how the boys talk, and to talk locker room talk, and to talk about the travel, maybe I should do Patreon. But if I do Patreon, it won't help my YouTube channel grow any, I don't think. You guys see what I'm saying? Most of you guys say, you see it, you get it, okay. Renee says, do me, Dean. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate you so much for that, Renee Spence. Yes. Renee says, yes. So Mr. Anderson says, get it. So Chocolate Bunny say, Apex Traveler, you may be missing out. I would study some of the women before anything. There are 3 top-notch women from specific nations that would work for you if you find one. Absolutely. So now also, I'm not against dating African American women. I'm not against that. So that's another thing too. I guess maybe I should talk about it, because I still believe, I met some, oh my gosh, y'all saw, I was in the airport the other day, and I saw this sexy African American black chick that had some sexy heels on. She looked sexy. I'm not a man scorned. I just happen to live in paradise, and I deal with more Dominican women than I do with African American women right now. You dig what I'm saying? If I moved to Colombia, I would deal with more Colombian women than I would African American women. If I moved to Freetown, I would deal with African women more than I would African American women, and more than I would Latin women. If I moved to Johannesburg, or if I move to Nigeria, you see what I'm saying? So these are the different places that are on my list to move if I do move. Moving back to the United States is the last on my list. If I leave here, it would be Colombia. And then from Colombia, it will be Freetown. Then from Freetown, it will probably be Lagos Island, possibly. Whatever the Lord says. But nevertheless, maybe I should talk about it more so that I can add some balance to it, because I know for a fact Chocolate Bunny she's a bad chick. I don't remember if she have any kids or not, because like I said, she's a client of mine. There's been a client of mine for years. I don't remember if she's single or not. And if you're not single, if your man is watching this, I don't mean any disrespect. I'm just talking about it esoterically. She is about her business. She hired a business coach. She was very much so going after the things for her business and her brand. You know what I'm saying? So she would be somebody I would consider somebody that would be a woman worth dating or worth substance. But check this out. She could actually already be in a relationship, which is a lot of the problem with a lot of these real nice, dope African-American chicks. Most of them are already in a relationship, and or they end up chasing behind a nigga that don't mean them no good. And I'm not saying that this is his situation. I'm just talking about it esoterically, because both of my demographics are having a conversation in the comments right now. And this is very live. You dig what I'm saying? So I have my demographic of men that's like, Dean, you live in a lifestyle. You know, you get all these different exotic women. You know, they saw who China Doll was. You know, they just saw about a wonderful time that I had with a woman that was Dominican and Chinese mix. Then, you know, they see that, and so many of them have given up on black women. So many of them have given up on African-American women, and some of them have given up on American women. But me, I still go back and forth to the U.S. often, and my daughter is a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Her mother used to be gorgeous and exotic. You know, she has green eyes, fair skin. You know, her mother's mixed. But my daughter looked like me. Well, she don't look like me. She looks 10 times better than me. But she's a black woman. And you guys know that my daughter is the air that I breathe. So I would never want to create content that makes her feel some type of way. At the same time, I would teach my daughter not to have the character and the mindset of the regular single mother African-American woman right now. You dig what I'm saying? So I said all of that to say this. This is a conversation where I'm thinking out loud. I'm talking to myself. You dig what I'm saying? You guys, if you guys are understanding what I'm saying, all right. So who said facts? So Earl said facts. So Earl said African American women are one of the best compared to African women overseas. I don't know about that, Earl. I think that a lot of that, I can't say that they're not, and I can't say that they are. It all depends on your preference. You can't say a woman is better than the other, because it's based on your suitability. There are three things when it comes to a relationship between a man and a woman. It is chemistry, compatibility, and suitability. You can have chemistry with a person that don't speak the same language. You can have compatibility with a person, but if you don't speak the same language, then you won't be suitable for that person. So a lot of it you have to look, in my small, limited understanding of relationships to make them successful, is you have to focus on those three things. And oftentimes what we do is we'll gyp ourselves on one of those three things because the chemistry might be so good. Or prime example, the chemistry might be good, but the compatibility might be great, but we're not suitable. Let me give you an example. You with a chick where you love the sex she gives you, you love the way she cooks for you, but you're not physically attracted to her. So you cheat on her every chance you get because she got good credit, you live on a good side of town, she helps you to be the best version of yourself, but you're not in love with her, but you love the way she makes you feel. So in that essence, the relationship isn't great because you have no, the connection is really bad right now, guys. Like I said, it's storming in the Dominican Republic. It is rocking and reeling. I don't know if you guys, let me see if y'all can see. I'm gonna have to turn the light. Oh, y'all can see, it is rocking and reeling and storming outside. I don't know if y'all can hear it or see it. E.DeanCole said 100%. You guys are having a good conversation in the comments, guys. Let's see, I'm gonna jump in on this conversation, see what y'all talk about in the comments. Y'all are having a real good conversation in the comments. But nevertheless, so I said all of that to say lifestyle type of deal, but I don't want to turn a demographic off because they pay me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I care more about clients than I care about views. I care more about clients more than I care about subscribers. You understand what I'm saying? It's good in Puerto Plata right now. Capone, what's going on? Captain Kirk is in the building. If you guys want to know about or where to go to find some good real estate in the Dominican area, look up Capone Real Estate Agency, Puerto Plata. Him and his wife helped us find our office space, which you guys will be seeing really soon on vlogs coming. So I call him Captain Kirk because his name is Kirk. I call him Captain Kirk. No, he's not an escort. Who's in an escort? What are you talking about, Naughty? Who's in the escort? What are you talking about? Yes, we're good. And Puerto Plata, yes, absolutely. Capone, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Oh, so Nada wants to know when I talk about clients. No, sweetheart, I'm a CEO of a consulting firm. No, beloved. When you say an escort, when you talk about clients, you think just because I'm a handsome African American man, when a handsome African American man talks about a client, you think it's sexually related? Jesus Christ. No, ma'am. I know I don't look it, so I can halfway blame you, but do you hear how I'm speaking? Do you see the views? Oh, but maybe you think that because I'm selling dingaling, that's the reason why I can have such a successful lifestyle. No, beloved, no. I'm the CEO of a consulting firm, and when I talk about clients, when I talk about Chocolate Bunny, I said she hired me for business coaching and life coaching. Like I said, Renee Spence, who is a moderator who has a blue wrench, we've gotten her well over 120,000 in funding, and she's paid us well over 5,000 in fees because of the success that we have given her. So no, beloved, no. I know I look like the man of your dreams, baby, but no, you can't pay for this dingaling. If you ain't top notch, if you ain't the best of the best, you can't ride this ride. I apologize, beloved. Queen Rashid, yes, Queen Rashid. Oh man, let's see. All right, so Patrick says, I love black women. I married a Jamaican. I'm African American. Well, so no, well, this is the thing. Let me tell you something, Patrick. Let me tell you something. You did not marry a black woman, Patrick. You married a Jamaican. There's a difference. Ask her. She'll tell you she's black, but at the end of the day, she's Jamaican. Ask me how I know. And most of you guys know because of y'all know my dating history from when I was transparent on some things. Ask me how I know. so yes, she is a black woman because of the color of her skin, but you have to figure out where she identifies with culturally, and also the immigrant is so different because it's like, you know what, and you know what I want to start saying. I want to start saying that ADOS women. Okay, so let's do a temperature check. I feel like I'm teaching right now. My back is feeling a lot better. I done changed position. We have 90 people watching right now. We got 48 thumbs up. If we have 48 thumbs down, I can respect that. I can't see the thumbs down. I can only see the thumbs up. But if you guys like what I'm talking about, I want you guys to hit the thumbs up button. So let's talk about ADOS. If you know what ADOS is, I want you to say, I know. If you don't know, I want you to say, I don't know. And I think this is something I want to start saying because culturally, the issues that black men have with women are cultural. It's not about color. Because, like, for instance, the young lady who like me, Consuela, you guys know who my Consuela is. Same complexion as me. The exact same complexion as me, but culturally is completely different because she's Dominican. She's an Afro-Dominicano. Okay, so Craig Mack says, I don't know. So Dwayne Boyd says, I know. All right, Apex Traveler says, I don't know. Tech T says, I don't know. Peace from New Orleans. What's going on? Adesnia, come on, y'all guys talk to me. I know like the connection might be bad. Like I said, it's storming right now. Let me show you guys. It's rocking and reeling outside. I don't know if y'all can see no more. It done got super dark. I got the ocean breeze coming out. But it's rocking and reeling right now outside. Okay, a lot of you guys say that you don't know. So what ADOS means is a descendant of a slave. ADOS, a descendant of slave. ADOS. There is a movement right now where people are saying that ADOS movement where they want reparations. ADOS, a descendant of slave. Please tell them I'm traveling experts. Yes. So ADOS is a descendant of slave. The issue that black men have most of the time with black women is because of the ADOS woman mentality, which is it still spans from Jim Crow. It still spans from the feminist movement. It still spans from the single mother, baby mama, thought culture. It's not about the color of your skin. Like I said, the young lady who I was going to spend time with tonight, who I absolutely adore, but I don't see a future in her, so I'm not going to waste her time. She's Afro-Dominicano, speaks the same. She speaks Spanish, same complexion as me. I showed my father-in-law and my brothers some of her videos from us hanging out this weekend, and they was like, "She Dominican?" I'm like, "Yeah, Dominicans are black. Like, they're black." Gorgeous, but she treats me different because of the way she was raised, because of her culture. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not about the color of your skin, it's about the content of your character, black woman. So I don't want you to say it's not, and it's not all black women. It's not. I'm telling you the issue that my brothers have is that ADOS mentality, which is as soon as you get pregnant, you instantly put them on child support. Family is not even an option. Why isn't family an option anymore? Why is it instantly, when a lot of times women say, "I want a baby daddy"? Like somebody today, and it kind of bothered me. He's a part of the tribal community, but he's not black. He's a Latino, and I did a post on Facebook, and I said, "Respond as if you're me." And he was like, "I'm looking for a CEO baby mama." I said, "That's definitely not me, because you know I hate the baby mama culture." And the African American, the ADOS, is the only person that talks about the baby daddy, baby mommy culture. It's very, in my opinion, very racist. I'm not saying he was being racist. He was just joking. You know what I'm saying? For if you're watching, Enrique, I don't think that you were being racist at all. I'm talking about the idea of it, the mindset of it. It's very counterproductive to the African American family. And so that, as well as the "I don't want a man, I don't need a man" to be a strong black woman, and you have these people teaching you to be strong black women, but guess what? They have husbands. You have Beyonce, and you have all of these figureheads that teach this strong black woman, but they have husbands that they submit to, and they submit to these alpha males, and we'll let you talk that talk, and they let you talk that talk for the public because it sells records, but in actuality, she being cheated on, and she having to fight for her relationship. Just like Meg Thee Stallion, Hot Girl Summer, she getting shot in her foot by Tory Lanez. And Hot Girl Summer, she was in a relationship with somebody the whole time she was talking about Hot Girl Summer. What's the other girl? Cardi B, married to Offset. You guys see what I'm saying? But what happened is that it's this perpetuation of "I don't want a man, I don't need a man, be a strong black woman." And what it does is, yes, it teaches you to be a self-sufficient, strong black woman. At the same time, it makes you unappealing to the alpha male. I'm just being 100% honest with you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm not saying, and this is not all black women. Like, there's some black women, like I said, there's some women that I actually like and I would date, but they're my clients, and I don't mix business with pleasure, because I made that mistake early on in my career as a business coach and a life coach. I made that mistake early on. So I need to say ADOS and not just black, because black Afro-Latinos, black Jamaicans, black Ghanaians, and even black African Americans, a lot of them might have the type of home training, and they're taught how to keep a man. They're taught how to make a home. They're taught how to make a family. You know what I'm saying? And it bothers me that in the African American community is the only demographic that's taught how to live without a man. And a lot of it does have to do with the fact that we made a lot of mistakes and we got locked up. And it does have a lot to do with the fact that we have to fight against white supremacy when it comes to us getting in prison. A lot of it has to do with that. At the same time, I'm seeing situations where it doesn't have to be that way, but it's chosen to be that way. And for all of you ladies that are watching, look at Speak on It, Dean. Thank you so much for that, travel experts. So for all of my fellas that are watching, if you agree with me, if I'm talking right, I want you to say preach. If you say you lying, I want you to say you lying. And look at the comments. Now, this is live. Like I said, this is live and direct. Let's see and while you guys do that, let's look and see what that super chat was. Jay LeVar says, yo, Dean, I have the opportunity to work a six-figure job remotely. Can I do that from the Dominican Republic? Absolutely. You can do that from the DR, considering the internet quality. Absolutely, Jay. Actually have you're able to get up to 30 megabytes. You're able to get 100 megabytes in some areas. So absolutely, it depends. All right, so let's see. So you guys see that I'm not making this up. All right, so Travis, travel expert, says, speak on it, Dean. So Florida Boy 100 says, preach. Toll Guy 774 says, preach facts. David DeBow says, preach. Supple says, facts. I see what your name is. You need to, if you're gonna have to change your name, hold on. I know you are, I just hid you from the channel, boss. I know you are a supporter, but that name, you're gonna have to change your name, boss. You have to change your name. That's just messed up. You have to change your name, Supple. I just say Supple because I ain't gonna say the other part. All right, so Craig Max says, preach. That good, I don't know what faller means. Now I understand what you were saying. Okay, now, preach, now you understand what I'm saying. Okay, facts. Okay, good stuff. RC says, better terms is fundamental blacks of America. So E.DeanCole says, why is being an independent woman a turnoff for some men? The reason why E.DeanCole is because it's a headache. Because the reason why E.DeanCole is because this is the reason why. If I have to fight white supremacy all day long, I have to fight for my job or fight in my business. If I have to fight outside of the home, why do I need to come home and fight as well? Fight for position and fight for power. So let me ask you this question. If you have a powerful, dependent man, if you have a man that's a man of means, that will take care of you, that will provide for you, what happens then, if you're trying to do that, you become a hindrance instead of a help. Let me give you an example, E.DeanCole. Have you ever been trying to do something? And I'm not saying that women are children. I just use this as an example. If you are capable of bringing in a bag from the car, have you ever had a child say, no, let me help you? And they say, I want to do it. I can help you too. So you say, okay, baby, you can help me too. So the kid is carrying the bag. The kid feels good and important, but it's taking you so much longer to get the bag in the house, and it might end up hurting you because you could carry that bag by yourself, but the person ends up getting in the way. So the reason why I say that, E.DeanCole, is because being an independent black woman is a very good thing when you have a weak man. Being an independent black woman is a very good thing when you don't have the resources of a alpha male that is going to be there. So what happens is that a lot of times women push men away, and they don't realize that they push men away. Because if you're the man in the relationship, what am I? Because I'm not going to be no cuckold. I had a wonderful relationship with a Virgo. Wonderful relationship with a Virgo. And that's what, and I said, I'm not going to compete to be the man of this relationship, especially when I was financially taking care of everything. But because I was financially taking care of everything, and because she was naturally submitting, it made her feel some type of way. Not because she didn't like it, not because it was a harsh desire, but because the whispers of her mama and her auntie and her grandmama was never depend on a man. Because her mama, her grandmama, and her auntie husband got locked up because he was selling drugs. I'm not a drug dealer. You ain't got to worry about that. Or got 4 and 5 kids on the side and decided to leave her. Well, you look better than your mama and you're more feminine than your mama, so I'm not going to do that. You're everything that I want in a woman. So why put infidelity on me and I haven't showed you the traits of that? Or the grandmama say that because the husband went away for the war. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that, unfortunately, in ADOS family, in the descendants of slaves, we have so much dysfunction that's perpetuated, and that is gone down the line, that inherently you're doing something that's hindering you, and you don't realize you're doing it. If you get what I'm saying, so E.DeanCole, I want to talk to you specifically, beloved sweetheart. Do you see what I'm saying? So Chris says, preach, Dean. Yeah, I want. Now, see, there's a difference between being an independent. See, why you want to be independent? You need to be a powerful businesswoman, but you need to be, if you're independent, that means you're not part of a team. The Bible says that a house divided against itself cannot stand. That's the word of God. Did you know that? So if you're independent and I'm independent, that means that we cannot stand. The Bible says that a house divided against itself cannot stand. So you need to be dependent on me. You see, to a degree. Okay, yes, E.DeanCole. Now, this is the thing. Listen, if you and I, say for instance, Nicole, you and I are like-minded, we have the same idea and vision for our family. You can be the boss and run everybody and run a portion of the business or run your businesses, but as long as it's not counterproductive to what we have going on, that's fine. But the house divided against itself cannot stand. Like that's just scriptural. But society will say, nope, you don't want to depend on no man. No, that's wrong. And that's the reason why they say men are dogs. We're not dogs. We want to go where we feel appreciated. Let me tell you something. Guess what? Every stripper knows how to treat a man and make him feel good. Every prostitute knows how to treat a man, make him feel good. Every chapeadora knows how to treat a man, make him feel good. That's why you get a woman that's quote unquote not as attractive as a quote unquote bad chick, but will keep a man and will steal your man because she knows how to make him feel like a man. The reason why a lot of men cheat and leave their woman has very little to do with sexual gratification. That's how come you need to stroke our egos. If you don't stroke our egos, we're going to go someplace else and we're going to get a stroke. That's just a fact of the matter. So Doug says they depend on government funding. You guys having a lot of good conversation. So I said all of that to say, for a strong alpha male or alpha man that is trying to grow his business, trying to build his business, if that's the case, these are the type of characteristics and traits that are going to attract a man, the type of man. Like, for instance, you can't say that you want a man that's a boss. You can't say that you want a man that's an entrepreneur, but then you also want a man that's going to stay on the phone with you all day, every day. That's counterproductive. That don't add up. You see what I'm saying? It's the feminist ideology that you can't stand, trucker nomad. Yes. So unfortunately, the African American woman, or the ADOS woman, I say the ADOS woman, has been tricked and bamboozled to thinking that the feminist movement was to help them, but it wasn't. It was to help the Caucasian woman, because a black man will stick with the black family a lot better than the Caucasian man would, just historically speaking. That's why they got the song "Black Men Don't Cheat." It's just, it is what it is. It's not racist. It's just because all we had was each other back then. All we had was each other. And then a movement came along that says, you know what, if you kick the man out the house, we'll give you free government housing. We'll give you food stamps. There are women that have been in relationships with good men. That might have been a mechanic, might have been a truck driver, might have wanted to own a store, but instead of being a family with this man, they will not be in a marriage relationship with this man for the quote unquote security of the government check. And unfortunately, that's the issue with the adult mentality. And so the idea is, oh, I'm an independent woman. You're not independent. You're dependent on the government. Or some say, oh, I'm an independent woman. But no, you're not independent. You stand with your mom. It's a house full of women saying that they're all independent, but y'all dependent on each other. You got your mama stand there. You got your auntie stand there. You got your grandmama stand there. It's a house full of women. Y'all say y'all independent, but y'all not. Y'all dependent on yourselves. I mean, y'all dependent on other women. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm not saying all. I'm by any stretch of the imagination. I am not saying all. I am not saying all. I am saying a lot. I'm not saying all. I'm saying a lot. If child support wasn't as prevalent as it was, you wouldn't see as many women traveling. You wouldn't see as many Fendi bags. You wouldn't see as many exotic cars. And these women talking about they bad chicks. You're not a bad chick. You just happen to have a child by a dude that can give you a nice paycheck. Not all, but some. A lot. So the idea or the mindset of this independent woman, like how independent are you really? You dig what I'm saying? So it becomes counterproductive. So that's the reason why. If you're independent, the best thing for a woman to do is to be with a man that's like-minded. And for you guys to have one vision so you don't have division. If you both have one vision, like E.DeanCole, if you're a boss chick, you need to be with a man that understands you as an asset, and you have to respect him and submit to what he wants to do and the direction he has for your family. E.DeanCole, if you get with a man where you don't respect him, you don't trust him, you are going to belittle him subconsciously. You're going to regret him subconsciously, regardless of how bad he is in the bedroom, how handsome he is, how much of an arm candy or trophy he is. If you cannot respect him and you can't submit and follow him, your relationship will end badly because you are a powerful woman. So you need to be with a man that understands that you are an asset. Listen, baby, a queen can only be with a king. A queen cannot be with a soldier. A queen cannot be with a governor. A king can only be with the queen. And if you are a queen, then baby, you're gonna have to look for a king and only submit to a king. That's just what's gonna have to happen. I don't know who this native person is saying. Be Smarter is in the building. Hey, Be Smarter, who happens to be a client of mine, who is a female trucker who owns multiple businesses. Be Smarter is a powerful black woman who has paid our company. She's in a contract right now paying us over $3,000 to help her business. So that's the reason how come I don't want to do so much locker room talk on my channel because of the type of clientele that I have. You see what I'm saying? So it's difficult for me, even though I want to, because men need to see the example of what it is to be an unapologetic alpha male. They need to see what it means to be a powerful man that's unapologetic and not moved. But like I said, most women, they either love me or they hate me. Most of the time, a lot of men, they realize, okay, this dude is really walking the walk, and I grow on them. See, men, we understand common sense. Some women, they just either like me or they love me. So I don't want to create content to where the women that do like me, they end up not liking me because, like, I had a client of mine that paid us over $3,000. He absolutely loved me. His wife hates me because his wife said he don't like white women because she was a white woman. They were in an interracial relationship. I helped their business, but at the end of the day, it's business. You know what I'm saying? I care about green. I just talk about my personal idea and what I want. Like what I want to be married to a black queen, an Afro-Latino queen, or a Latin queen, a woman that we have some cultural together. I personally, because I had a video that went viral that says why I would never marry a white woman as a black man, as a successful black man. And when I was in the process of being vetted by CNN and vetted by Fox Soul, my producer said, you gotta remove that video. And I understood that, okay, I needed to remove that video because it's so polarizing and it makes people feel some type of way. Prime example. But because That it's because I'm so grateful. I'm not saying this to be cocky, that it's just the anointing that's on my life as a business coach and a life coach is undeniable. So he ended up watching me for a year and was like, baby, we need his help. She hated me. I helped him. It was a win-win situation, but it took a year of them having to watch me over and over again to the point to where that need became so great to that they had to do business with me because they had no other place to go. You dig what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and look and see what people are saying. You guys are having a really good conversation. And you have no kids, Be Smarter. Okay, and Be Smarter has no kids. She has a very productive landscaping business. She has a productive trucking company. She has multiple employees and have no kids. She's a black woman. You see what I'm saying? So not all black women, not all African American women are bad. Not all of them are hood, like running around with blue and purple hair looking like clowns. A lot of them are CEOs. Like Be Smarter, she's a CEO. And on her own house, thank God. Let them know let them know, Be Smarter. Let them know you're a queen in this thing. And I think that's another thing too, like my content. So this is the other thing too, like I'm not throwing shade on any other YouTuber that's a quote unquote crowd travel YouTuber. Most of them don't have the same amount of subscribers level that I had because of the content. And I'm not talking down. So that's like, remember, I am a CEO that uses YouTube. I'm not a YouTuber. And I'm not talking down at all. So a lot of times when I want to get into the locker room talk and I want to, show who I was with and where we was going and all this other stuff like a lot of other YouTubers do, in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking about my brand. And I can't, like there was some phenomenal content that I shared in our private Facebook group and our private, not Facebook group, and our private WhatsApp group that I really wanted to share on YouTube because it's fun. But if you guys are in the expat lifestyle, you guys heard that audio where I said, please don't share this anywhere else because it's counterproductive to the brand. If you guys heard that audio and saw those photos and videos, I want you to say, saw it. In Video Man says, we have suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. Only us can heal from our past to move forward. Absolutely. Absolutely, in Video Man. We need a balanced perspective. Absolutely, David. We do need balanced perspective. Dean says 100%. Demisha, here we go. Denisha King, female client of mine. So back to what I was saying. So a lot of these guys on their other platform and their other channels, a lot of them are 16, 17, 18-year-old boys that watch their platform. Where I have queens, CEOs that pay me, invest in their future that are on my platform, as well as men that pay me that invest. So I'm grateful to where my niche is business development, business coaching. I just happen to be in the lifestyle of traveling and happen to be in that expat lifestyle now because I decided to become an expat and really enjoy the travel side. But a lot of that locker room talk, a lot of men I want to, but I think it's counterproductive to the brand. I think it's counterproductive to the brand. So Doug says, hey, Be Smarter. Sometimes I get good things to happen. You have to go through some things. Absolutely. A lot of times in life, in order for good things to happen, you got to go through bad things. It's a part of the process. So if you guys understand, if you guys get it, I want you guys to say get it. If you think I'm being shady and I'm talking down, I want you to say you talking down. All right, so Chocolate Bunny says, I agree, but I like this kind of talk. Sometimes we have to talk about our relationships and business, how we choose. I agree. So that's another reason why. So it's like, That's another thing too. Like, because I'm a teacher, I'm an orator, and I like to have these type of thought-provoking conversations because it does create. You have to like, the person will have to be nuanced enough to have the right perspective to realize that I'm not talking down. You know what I'm saying? That we're having these type of conversations because so many powerful, strong, successful, lonely black women are running off these good men because there's not a man that's strong enough that can tell them the truth. And unfortunately, you got these pastors and you got these hand-picked men like Steve Harvey that's been married and divorced 7 times that they trying to sell you a book. Where me, I mean, I'm trying to sell you too, but I'm trying to sell you on business development. You do what I'm saying? So I'm going to speak truth to power. And Jehovah God is my source. I'm uncounselable. You can't counsel me. This is the Lord's doing, and it's marvelous in his eyes. You understand what I'm saying? Look, I'm communing with Jehovah God right now as he over the oceans, and I'm smelling the sea breeze. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not saying this to impress you, but to impress upon you that I'm in my lane. I know where I'm at. So I agree with you, Chocolate Bunny, that I think maybe I do need to create. I have to think how I can do it in a way to where it's not isolating, to where it's open conversation. But at the same time, I do want to lean into my demographic, and my number one demographic is young men between the age of 25 and 45. But at the same time, I have these powerful business women like you and Be Smarter and Renee Spence that that are so many that pay, that invest in me. And I don't want that content to be counterproductive to the other content because, like I said, I do YouTube for fun. I don't do it for AdSense and do it for checks. So if I get 1 view on a video or I get 100,000 views, 9 times out of 10, I'm still probably gonna make $3,000 or $5,000 that day. And I'm not saying that to impress you, just to impress upon you that Jehovah God is real and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, so he makes sure that we're blessed. You dig what I'm saying? As a company. So let's go ahead and look and see what these comments are saying. All right, so Dwayne Boyd says, got it. Thank you for participating. Chocolate Bunny says, get it. Demisha says, how do I feel about the MGTOW movement? I talked about it earlier, Demisha. I don't know enough about it. I don't really get into the MGTOW movement because I still believe in marriage and I still believe in love. I'm a hopeless romantic. Be Smarter says, get it. Father D says, get it. Mr. Anderson says, get it. All right. And Video Man says, get it 100%. King Simon TV says, get it. All right. Toe Guy says, get it. Keep on trucking. All right. So Chris Johnson says, I really appreciate the process with my corporate build out. Okay. So you said you haven't, but you get immediate professional responses. Thank you very much for that, Chris. Chris says, I really appreciate the process with my corporate build out. I email a lot, but get immediate and professional responses. Absolutely. This is a business over here. I just happen to be a 30-year-old CEO, not a 70-year-old CEO, and I love social media. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm a CEO in real life. You dig what I'm saying? I'm a jet setter. I do this in real life. Like, I had a really detailed, long conversation about buying a private jet this weekend. Not last week, 2 years ago, we talked about how I had my jet membership. It was cost effective and it was good then, but it's not that good here. And so we saw a jet, it was only $250,000. So if the jet is only $250,000, I'm here in the Dominican Republic. That's only $1,100 per month if I decide to finance it. In business credit, if I use our business credit line of credit, it'll be $1,100. If I fly back and forth at least 3 times, that covers the cost of a ticket. So not only that, then we talk about the cost of fuel, and then we talk about the cost of the salary for the pilot. So at the end of the day, if I would need to be traveling at least 5 times per month in order for it to be cost effective. And I think that's something that I want to do, but we'll see. So I said all that to say this. This is CEO. I'm a CEO in real life, baby. I just don't play one on YouTube. All right. So King's Simon says this is great dialogue. That's good stuff. So maybe I should do a segment like I had the conscious commentary. Maybe we should do. All right. Nadia says I'm shady AF. Okay. So Nadia, tell me why you think I'm shady, beloved. Tell me, sweetheart. I assume that you are a woman. Tell me why you think I'm being shady, Nadia. And moderators, don't delete her. I want to have a conversation with Nadia. Tell me, beloved, why you think I'm being shady. All right, so Travel Expert says, my Latin queen and I have lots of fun together in the DR because we respect and learn about each other's cultures. That is the number one thing that I've learned is the culture game. I'm telling you. If you don't believe me, check out my channel. Get it? Absolutely. Go to Travel Experts. Go to Travel Experts and check out his channel. All right, so Trucker Nomad says, preach on it. E.DeanCole is laughing. And Video Man is giving me the amen. All right, so Super MS says, get it 100%. Stay true to your brand. So Denisha King says 100. All right, so Oscar Gardner says, Dean, salute my brother. Just tuning in. I'm going back to watch it again. Absolutely, watch it from the beginning. It kind of started off crazy, but then that acetaminophen kicked in. My back started feeling better. Have content for young women too about femininity? Absolutely, Denisha. Because of my daughter, I think that I have so much in my spirit that I want to get out. I wanted to write a book which was about femininity that says love letters from a father to his daughter. I wanted to create something like that just to talk about that, but it's just so much in me that I need to get out. Stick with golf and cigars, not mud and marbles. Well, I don't really play golf that much, even though I do. Chris Johnson says, I'm the GOAT. Thanks so much for that, Chris. I appreciate that. Remember, Dean, I'm a CEO that uses YouTube. Absolutely, Dwayne Boyd. I'm a CEO that uses YouTube. Greg says, hello, good evening, everybody. Keep up the super great work. Thank you very much for that, Greg. So David says the MGTOW movement is very gender divisive movement led by a bunch of bitter single white men who believe that they don't need a woman, speak negatively against women, and recruit black men to do the same. Okay, so yeah, I don't believe in the MGTOW movement. I believe that I want a queen. You dig what I'm saying? I don't need one because I'm a powerful black man and I have what I want, I have what I need, but I want to share my life with one. But there's a difference. Like there's some men right now that need a woman to where if that woman says you got to get out, you got to get out. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't ever want to be in that position, and I used to be in that position. And so my uncles taught me better than that. You dig what I'm saying? So you want to be in a position where you want to be with a woman, not where you need to be with a woman. And that has a lot to do with self-development and self-respect. All right, so Nadia says, I brag too much, real kings, queens move in silence. Nadia, that's absolutely incorrect, Nadia. The Bible says that the Lord delights in the prosperity of his servant. So if the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, he always talks about how he is the king of a cattle of 1,000 hills. So if Jehovah God talks about how great and wonderful he is, and if the Bible says that he delights in the prosperity of his servant, real kings and queens don't move in silence. Ghetto Negroes that are doing illegal things move in silence because they're afraid of going to jail, Nadia. So in my mind, that lets me believe that you have a ghetto mindset and mentality. And what happens is that you look at things that are positive and powerful as suspicious because it's different from the ghetto movement and mentality. And I understand, beloved, you have been brought to this channel so somebody can help educate you and you can get something better than the project lifestyle that you might be used to. But no, real kings and queens, they say, hear ye, hear ye. Did you not know that real kings and queens have somebody on their staff that's called PR people? You mean to tell me, did you know that real kings and queens have somebody that comes out and reads everything? If you go back and study what a real king and a queen do, there's something that's called their patents of nobility. If you understand history, there's someone that reads off their patents of nobility. Real kings and queens know their history, they know their lineage, they know where they come from, and they know their worth. But when you're doing something illegal and you're a street king and a street queen, then you move in silence. But beloved, we're not street over here. You understand what I'm saying? As you see, we have international views, baby girl. We have international views. That's what we're doing over here, okay? All right, so there we go. So I gave you the opportunity, but those convinced against their will are of the same opinion still. So Be Smarter says facts. Denisha started yes, not. It's called confidence. There's a difference between being cocky and confident. When you come from nothing and you're confident in your ability and you know that it's by God's grace and by His mercy that you have what you have, then you're able to be confident. It's not cockity. You love. He says, Chris, bro, I love your mindset. Thank you very much for that, Pastor Dean. that was in a former life. Thanks so much for that, Florida Boy 1000. He said, U.S. lady, don't Dean. Okay. The black and woman need each other. Absolutely. Am I in the A? Darius, you just missed me. Darius is a very good friend of mine. Bro, I just got back home. Look, I'm back home. I just touched down today. I told you we was talking about the private jet. That's why we just had a whole long, in-depth board meeting conversation about this jet that was $250,000. It's a Cessna. It's a 1990 Cessna that we're really seriously thinking about doing, but I don't travel enough right now. Like if I traveled enough, like if I did get that contract with Fox Soul, like we was talking about, then it would definitely make sense because I would have to be in LA every other week. But since I pulled a plug on that situation with Fox Soul, I didn't like the way that direction was going. It ain't worth it right now. I don't think it is. So now, boss, I'm back here in the A. Somebody said, preach, Pastor Dean. We call them spokespersons today. Absolutely. Shing Shang. Say that, bro. Told God 774. Speak truth to power. Thanks so much for that. All right, guys. So, for sure, Darius, yeah, man. So we was just having a whole conversation about it, man. But I don't know. Because to leave it out here is so cheap, man. It'll be only $500 per month to rent the hangar out here. That's why it's so cheap. It'll only be at Puerto Plata Airport. It'll only be $500 a month to rent the hangar. So it's so cost effective living out here. And then if you fuel up out here, the fuel is just so much cheaper out here. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens in 2022. Maybe we'll do it in 2022. But right now it's not the move. It's not the move. Okay, so Chocolate Bunny says, Dean, what is true is that any woman that gets with you has to have a lot of confidence, high self-esteem, and trusting. Women get a lot of pretenders, so sometimes it's difficult for us to see the real. Absolutely, Chocolate Bunny. And I get that. And that's something, too, that, I mean, I'm a man of my word. I say what I mean what I say. And a lot of times women argue. And see, this is the thing. Another example of why men don't like to deal with independent women, because y'all quote unquote test us. That's exhausting. Like I seen there's a meme that says, I need a man that's gonna put me in my place. Why I gotta put you in your place? Why can't you just be in your own place? Like the same way I need to be in my place as your man, you need to be in my place as my woman. Why I gotta put you in your place all the time? Do you know how exhausting that is for us to be on our toes all the time? Like how are we gonna confide in? How are we gonna rest? Who are we gonna rest our bosom into? You wanna know who? The stripper, the champiador, the quote unquote side chick, the Bible used to call them concubines. But I don't want to have to go through that. I just want my one woman. So that's the reason why, like, it would have to be with a woman that says, okay, because it's been many a times where a woman will say, oh, I was just testing you. Like, who are you to test me? And then we end up breaking up, and they didn't want to break up. And I was like, well, I was just testing you. I'm sorry. Well, baby, listen, I'm sorry. There's no testing with me. Or a woman said, I just wanted you to chase me, baby. I'm not going to chase you. I chase my dreams. I done had 2 relationships fail because they thought that I was going to chase them. And for no reason, just because they said, I wanted to know. I show you every day in my day-to-day actions. I show you in my affection. I show you in my attitude. I show you in my attention. I show you in my finances and my support. But they create some type of drama, create some type of issue, expect for me to chase them, and feel some type of way because I don't chase them. Like, no, I'm not going to chase you. I chase my dream. You need to be chasing me, and I need to be chasing my dream, and that's how it needs to be. And if I'm chasing you, if I'm chasing my dream, and you chasing me, and we chasing behind God, then we good. We both supposed to be God chasers. Why you want to become an idol in my life next to God and want me to chase you? If I'm supposed to be chasing God, you want me to chase you? And now you become an idol? That's the reason why, if you look at the Bible, that's the reason why Lot's wife turned to a pillar of salt. Because God told them to leave Sodom and Gomorrah, not to turn around, but she turned around and she expected him to turn around, but Lot kept going. Stay woke. You understand what I'm saying? But so, I mean, I done had a couple that was like, I'm just checking on you. I'm sorry. I just wanted to know, how I'm so sorry. We had a stupid fight. I don't even know why. And it's like, you just didn't care. Like, of course I care. But what? I'm going to stop? I'm a man on a mission. What, you going to stop a freight train? Come on now. All right, so let's see. All right, so Art says, I done stumbled upon a good one. Listen, Art, between me being happy being back in the DR and this a sentimental thing kicked in, making my back feel better, you done stumbled across a good one, man. Hit that like button and hit that share button. Craig talking about some hell you mean. I'm going to chase you? I'm chasing you for? Just because you wanted to feel special. I make you feel special 99.9% of the time, but because that 1% of the time you want to go get an entanglement, because of that 1% of the time. Another example, ADOS situations. Do y'all remember how they drugged what's his name wife so bad because she said she want to feel like she want to be a thought and she want to feel like she want men in her inbox when she has, what's my man with the awesome 3 from Golden State? What's my man with the Steph Curry? That's right, Steph Curry. And Aisha Curry talking about, I want to feel special. I want to feel like. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That has to do with her insecurity. And that's like Chocolate Bunny said. I will have to be with a woman that is strong enough and secure enough to know that I love her and that she don't have to do none of these shenanigans to try to get attention, especially from lower level dudes. And a lot of that has to do with a lot of this ADOS mentality, a lot of this thought culture, a lot of this baby mama culture. Like you want to be a hot girl. No, you ain't no hot girl. You a wife. Go sit down somewhere. You a wife. You can't be no hot girl all your life. Do that when you 18, 19, 20. Because by the time 25 come, baby, that stock start to go down. I'm just trying to tell you what I know. Just being honest, like men, we got to stay in shape. The fatter we get, the less attractive and the more we got to pay. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just truth to power. So the same way that ladies got to do what they got to do, men, we got to do what we got to do too. They got desires and fantasies. We got desires and fantasies too. All right, so let's see what y'all talking about. All right, so let's talk about this. All right. All right. Drea Michelle is a succubus. We ain't raising no grown kids. Absolutely. Please help Umar Johnson Bill. Greg, I can only help Umar if he's open to it. And I'm not, what is he? So he doesn't want my help because I'm not, what is he? I'm not Pan-African. I'm not a Garveyite. So he won't take my help. He won't take my help. I want to help him, but he won't take my help. I done stumbled across a good one. Chris thought some hell you made. All right, so Video Man says if she's not in the right state of mind, by the time you meet her, she's not worth your time. Put God first. Absolutely, put God first in her life, and the righteous man will come. Absolutely. So Bryant Holman says, my ex asked me after we separated, why didn't I slap her in the mouth when we were together? I explained that's not me. She now say I was the best thing that happened to her. You see this foolishness. It is that ADOS female, that perpetuation of a broken home, that perpetuation of abuse that made this devoted husband have to fight. Can you imagine, if you're not a violent man, to have to live with a woman that only sees love through violence, and she want him to put her in his place, and guess what? He go to jail, and guess what? He lose his job, and guess what? He get kicked out the house because a strong black man need to slap me in my mouth and put me in my place. If you can't put me in my, see, that's that foolishness. No, why? I need you to, you know what your place is as my queen? Sit right there, help me make wise decisions. As my queen, help me make wise decisions. Sit there where you need to be, where you need to sit there. Help me make wise decisions. Make my life better and not bitter. Aquarius, I'm on fire. Frederick, I'm just speaking truth to power, man. It was crazy, Brian. I can imagine, bro. Imagine trying to start a business, trying to run a business, and you got to deal with a woman like that. Thompson, you ain't a real man unless you slap me in my mouth. How long were y'all married, man? How long were y'all married? How long did you have to deal with that? That's crazy, Brian. Jesus Christ. So Danny's World says, so what the black woman is hearing is that you value money over her by choosing to chase money and not her. Anything of value, you will chase value. No, see, this is the thing. The number one job for a man is to do what? So watch this, Darius World. Watch this. What's the number two things that a man is supposed to do that starts with a P? What's the top two things a man's supposed to do that starts with a P? What is top two things they start to do? That starts with a P. So Darius World, protect and provide. Okay, so Demisha says protect and provide. Chocolate Bunny said provide. So protect and provide. So guess how I protect you? By paying this rent, by paying this mortgage. Money answers all things. Guess how I protect you to have my child, so that when we go on maternity, so when you go on maternity leave, we don't need two incomes, we need one income. So my number one job is to protect and provide. So that's why I'm gonna chase money and chase after God. And you need to know that I'm doing this for us, not so that I can have, now granted, we gonna ball, granted, we gonna hop on jets, granted, you're gonna see us on 22s, you're gonna see us in exotic cars because you're my queen and you deserve it. This is the reason why women don't understand why men spoil. Like for instance, tomorrow is my friend Consuela's birthday. I was gonna spend a bag on her, but she had an emergency. We're not in a relationship, but she took such good care of me during COVID. I was gonna spend a whole bag on her. We was gonna go shopping, and I know my friends was gonna clown me, but I didn't care because in my mind, I think about how better she made my life, how she made my life feel. And this is the thing that women don't get. The reason why you see these men buying these women all these exotic cars and exotic bags and they treat them like they're the world, one, you're the mother of their child, and two, you help their life become better. And you don't get in the way of him protecting and providing. The way that men are wired is the top two things is to protect and provide. When you begin to get in the way, you now become, you're getting in the way of God. You're getting in the way of me doing what God has called me to do because you want to feel important, because you want to feel like an idol to God. The number two things is to protect and provide. The way you do that is with money and with power, and you do that with resources through working, being the best version of yourself. That's the reason why these women that say that they want to be with a strong, powerful black man, but he ain't gonna be calling you all day. He ain't gonna be running up behind you all day. He's not gonna be holding your hand, whispering sweet nothings in your ear. If you do, he'll be broke. And a lot of times the sex game will be real good, but then you having to sleep on his mama's couch. Or you having to sleep on somebody else's couch, and now you're looking at him like, You understand what I'm saying? Protect and provide are the top two things that a man is supposed to do. And guess what the top two things that a woman's supposed to do? Love and respect. If I focus on protecting and providing, you focus on loving and respecting. And that's how you have a healthy relationship. But the problem is there's the insecurity of the ADOS woman, because they're not taught how to be patient and let a man do that. Most women that are ADOS don't know what it's like to live with a man. Most women that are ADOS don't know what it feels like to be protected by a man and provided for by a man. So it's new for them. The same way how most men don't know how to be husbands. And most men don't know how to protect and how to provide because we didn't see it. We saw baby mamas. We saw single mothers. You have to reach outside of yourself to become the best version of yourself. The reason why my catchphrase is if you don't know it, you can learn it. Because that's how I did it. I had to learn it. Like I thank God for my father, but my father passed away when I was young, and I thank God for my uncles. If it wasn't for my uncles, I wouldn't know what a man is. Because my mother raised me to be very handsome. She raised me to be very, what I mean by handsome, she raised me to be very put together. Like, I hate the fact that I'm streaming right now with a jacked up beard, but she raised me to always look my best. She raised me to be respectable. She raised me to be intelligent, but she couldn't raise me to be a man. If it wasn't for my uncles and if it wasn't for my relationship with God and getting into mentorship through the church, I wouldn't know what masculinity and what a man is because I didn't see what it was like. Because I didn't see a father. I didn't learn that. But in other cultures, you learn it subconsciously. There's something that's called being consciously conscious and subconsciously conscious. And so when you have these other cultures where the husband is in the house, there are things that you learn just by being around people that you don't even pick up. And so that's the reason why these ADOS women feel frustrated, is because they don't realize that they are pushing their man away, and they don't realize what it means to wait. Like the young lady that comments named Fatima, I love her name. The reason why is because there is my favorite book on earth is the Alchemist. And in the Alchemist, the love interest of the alchemist her name is Fatima. And he needed to go and to pursue his personal legend. And they were in the desert, in the oasis, and she said that I come from a long line of women that know how to wait for their men to go into the desert and to come back, because she was taught that through tradition and culture. So I said all of that to say, a lot of times in the ADOS movement, and you have a powerful, strong, sexy black woman that's fighting herself and fighting social norms because her intuition is telling her to be submissive. Her intuition is telling her she got a good man, but the insecurities, the social media, the whispers of her aunties and her aunts and her grandmama is end up causing them to be counterproductive, to the point to where you say some foolishness like, why you never punched me in my mouth or slapped me in my mouth when I was talking back to you when we was married? Because I'm up here trying to chase this check. I'm trying to do what God told me to do, which was protect and provide. So now I got to go out, protect and provide. I got to fight against my own insecurities. I got to fight against my own self-limiting beliefs. I got to fight against white supremacy. I got to fight against the devil. I got to fight against my bad habits. I got to fight against my demons. And then come home and fight against yours because you're not strong enough to fight yours? Come on now. Teamwork make the dream work. We live in a microwave society, absolutely, Demisha. So if you guys understand where I'm coming from, if you get it, I want you to say, get it. Absolutely. Danny's world, you don't have to chase a woman that wants to be with you. At the same time, we're talking about the women that do counterproductive things, that say things like you need to chase me, or they want to feel special, or go back to what you was just saying when you was like, so when a man chases after his dreams, it makes a woman feel like she's not valued. Like, no, remember, protect and provide. Yes, I'm still accepting students, Miguel, the Bronx. If you go and look at the link in the bottom of every last one of my videos, you can go to DeanColeCoaching.com and you can sign up online, or you can call the office, which is 800-867-7941. That's 800-867-7941, and you can become a client. You can enroll. So if you go to Teamwork Makes the Dream Work, absolutely be smarter. So if you go to there's a link in the bottom of every last one of my videos, all 800 of them, that'll take you directly to where you can go and enroll. Absolutely. Told guys say chase you. Hell, I don't even chase my drink. Thanks so much for that, Dwayne, for dropping the link to DeanColeCoaching.com. You are an awesome moderator. So if you want to become a client, follow that link. You can go and see what we have available. So let's see. Let's talk about some things, guys. You guys have any other questions or anything else? I wanted to talk about this because I was sitting here feeling perplexed, feeling torn, because I want to share a lot of lifestyle things. I want to share a lot of the CEO Playboy lifestyle because of the demographic of male, but I'm looking at the female representation as well, and I have to make sure that I am a good coach to all of my clients, not just some of them. But that's why I also like our expat groups and I like our private chat, because it's very much so locker room talking. It's very much so very pro-black and pro-male in there. You dig what I'm saying? So that's that. All right, so Chocolate Bunny says, Danny's, so when you say a pimp does that, for me, I had a father figure, so that does not work for me. Okay. I rock, bro. Thanks so much for that, Brian Holmes. You rock, Brian. I appreciate you, Brian. You rock. So Queen Rashid says, so glad I saw my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, my mom and dad show me that beautiful relationship, balance, and harmonious order. Absolutely. And unfortunately, a lot of us don't have that, especially ADOS, descendants of slaves. Unfortunately, a lot of the ADOS don't have that. Individually verify new members, that'll take some work. I want to do that, and that's something that I was just saying. Like, for instance, the gentleman that we just added 2 new gentlemen on, because one, my man Matt, he was a firefighter. I met him when I was flying out, and then also I saw him at Roombas, so I know that he's in the lifestyle. And then 2, the guy that I met flying in, and he came up to me, he was like, Dean, and both of them came up to me and said, Dean, I love your content, I love what you're doing, and they're in the lifestyle, so I just added them to the exclusive chat. But yeah, I agree. We have to be able to verify, because like I said, we have some people that are lurkers. We got some people, some women, some people that are lurkers, some people that don't have a passport the first. And then also you got these type of guys, like I said, they end up catching feelings and feeling some type of way and be hating it. It'd be a lot of drama. It'd be a lot of drama in the travel community, unfortunately. Cats catching feelings, and you think you got a good girl, you think you got a buena mujer, but you got to chap your door, and then you get mad at folks because she got a new client and all this other stuff and this, that, and the third. Mr. Lewin is in the building. How are you doing, Mr. Lewin? Mr. Lewin, you just did a request for a consultation. I know I don't want to talk about business, but I just saw you popped up. All right, be smarter. I appreciate you logging off. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. So Curtis Taylor says, get paid tomorrow, and I cannot wait to start my corporate build out. Well, I'm looking forward to it, Curtis. I can't wait to get started on building your business, my man. So Levin Jackson says, get it. All right, so you guys got any specific questions? Anything about what we talked about? Some other things that we kind of shared and we talked on. My back feels so much better, guys. My back was in so much pain 99 minutes ago when I started this live. But I took the acetaminophen, the Dominican Republic acetaminophen, and I'm feeling great now. Okay, you need to do a one-on-one consultation about the corporate build out, Mr. Lewin. Mr. Lewin, the thing about it is, we got you funding, but you turned it down. I think we got you, $30,000, but you turned it down. So we need to have a one-on-one consultation to make sure that you have the right expectations, because you've been a client for 2 years. We helped you build out your business, and then we got you approved for $30,000, and then you walked away from it. So we do need to do a one-on-one consultation, Mr. Lewin. But I don't want to go in too much of the. Well, I mean, if the conversation go into business, it goes into business. I asked the question. Your partner did, not you. Okay, that's true, Mr. Lewin. That is true. I was actually when I had we had our meeting on Monday, and I said I do know that his partner had problems with the funding, not necessarily him. So we will have. So let's do a one-on-one consultation. So contact the office. We'll do a one-on-one, and we'll see about it. Cause we'll do a one-on-one, Mr. Lewin. We will do a one-on-one, so we could talk about it. We'll do a one. So if you guys are watching, you want to know who I'm talking about and who I'm. Look at the comments, and you can see the people that are commenting below. So Oscar says, Dean, have a blessed night. My brother, keep doing what you do. On my way to the night shift, grind. Would love to link sometimes for drinks when I touch down in the DR. Salute again, my brother. Thanks so much for that, Oscar. We will connect. All right, so Frederick Neal says, I'm ready to get my LLC going and improve my credit score. That's awesome, Frederick Neal. If you are ready to go, my man, follow the link that my moderator Dwayne dropped. Was it Dwayne? Yeah, I think Dwayne dropped. Go to DeanColeCoaching.com. Follow the link, and you'll be ready to go. Follow the link, and we can go ahead and get you started. Thank you so much for that, Dwayne. Yep, you can get started by going to DeanColeCoaching.com. Go to DeanColeCoaching.com and choose to do either a one-on-one consultation, have us to do the corporate build-out for you, or have us to do an ironclad corp, or you can take the online startup coaching where we walk you step by step through the process so that you can learn and do it yourself. You can choose whatever is best for you. Mr. Lewin says, the best in the industry. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Lewin. I really appreciate that, sir. Okay, what other questions you guys have for me? Because we could call it a night. Because now that my back feels so much better, my back feels 10 times better. I'm telling you, listen, the Dominican Republic, the acetaminophen is so good. Over the counter, you can get what you need. If you know the name of it, you can get what you need. In the Dominican Republic, I got some acetaminophen, man, my back feels 10 times better. Because I was sleeping. I slept on the couch at my mom's house because I wanted to stay with my mom. I did not want to get a hotel because I missed my family, and so I slept there for a couple of days. And then the plane was killing my back. Man, I was so looking forward to my Consuela hooking me up, but hey, something came up. It is what it is. No, Mr. Lewin, in the Dominican Republic, we are shut down. So at 7 p.m., we are quarantined. We are in the house. We are not able to leave the house after 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you. Listen, the only person stopping you from being successful is you. Listen, if you don't know it, you can learn it. If you don't have the character, you can develop it. If you don't have a mentor, you have met him. I will be your mentor. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. Go get him. Success is waiting for you.